So it naturally only makes sense that the only video, or the next video I make directly after my fresh start, is a Brawlhalla video. It seems like we're going back into the deep dark abyss of Brawlhalla content, but that's not what's happening. I just had some thoughts I wanted to share about Brawlhalla, and I just kind of want to talk about them here. The video is not going to be super long, so we'll just get right into it. But one of the first things I want to talk about with Brawlhalla, it's still a fun game. I know a lot of people on Twitter will talk about how the game's not fun to play, or this, that, whatever. They're the minority of people. I don't want to say they're not real, but they're the minority of people. I mean, we even saw in Barendipitous's Project Hugin, that most of the people that are represented on Twitter are actually a significant underrepresentation in the wider player base. Which tells me, at least, that the people that are enjoying the game aren't saying much about it. It's kind of like Amazon reviews, or really any reviews. You will only say something if you really enjoy it or you really hate it. You will never say anything if you're kind of in that middle area. So, I feel like I'm in the majority of people that enjoy the game. I love the game. The game is great. The game is really awesome, fun to play. I've met so many awesome people just from the game itself. And because that's also kind of where I was making content, and I got better with, my content making in terms of, obviously Brawlhalla, but, still, improvement is improvement. And while the game itself is fun, there's also the content creation side of it, which I briefly kind of mentioned was, in my opinion, probably the worst time I've had making content. Not because it wasn't fun, but because of the mindset. The mindset that I had when making content is like, I want to be popular. I want to be, the next big thing, right? So whenever Breaking Mental came out, or whenever the Brawlhalla mindset came out, I was always looking for that clout. Who to get clout from? Where can I? And it's like, it's not even who to get clout from. I guess that's a bad way of putting it, but it's like, I was more so focused on wanting to get famous after a certain point. It no longer became, making fun videos with friends. And it didn't even, that's not even how it happened. It came after the videos were released. After I saw that people thought that I was a cool person and they liked the content. And it just completely ruined my passion for content creation. And that's the other thing I have to consider, right? Is the game itself is great. The community itself is great. So that's one of the biggest reasons I just need to step away for a bit and really evaluate my priorities. And now I'm sitting here in front of my microphone talking about Brawlhalla, but this time I don't care how many views it gets. I don't care who watches it. I'm just kind of putting my thoughts out there. I'm doing this for myself, not making excuses, just going out, being consistent, doing what I want to do. And again, that's not to say I don't want to make content, because there's multiple ways to make content. People make content through art, people make content through things like what Barendipitus does with his lore quizzes, with Project Hugin, things of that nature. People make content on Twitch, etc. People make content through coding and programming, right? I always want to find a way to contribute to the community in a positive way. And I don't know, I guess I'll kind of continue in the background. But overall, Brawlhalla has kind of been a bit of a eye-opener for me in a lot of ways, It showed me, really, I was talking to a friend about this yesterday, that when they say make content based off what you want to do, make content that you like, it didn't really hit, because I convinced myself that because of all the views, because of all the fame, and all the people asking me if I needed Lance to win, or my mental was broken, or whatever, that I convinced myself that this is the content I wanted to make. And it wasn't. And I would never have known that had I never made Brawlhalla content, had I never gotten involved in this scene. So, I guess I have to thank Brawlhalla for a lot of things, but that one in particular. But yeah, I have nothing else to say about Brawlhalla in the game. I mean, I could say a lot about the community, about the different esports organizations and all this other stuff, but honestly, I don't really want to, and there's not really a reason to. I have a lot of really good friends doing really awesome things in the community, and, I don't want to rag on them or anything like that. But yeah, there's nothing else I really have to say, so I guess I'm fully ready to kind of close the book on this. I'm not going to say that you're never going to see Brawlhalla on this channel again. You might just kind of see it as background content, or I don't know, maybe I might decide to make a video. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? But yeah, I guess I had some thoughts on Brawlhalla, and I just wanted to share them. So, I don't know. more videos coming out soon. I guess the next one probably won't be related to games or anything like that, or it might. I honestly don't really know. We'll kind of see what happens. But yeah, thanks Brawlhalla for all the fish, and I don't really know how I'm gonna end off these videos, so I don't know. I'll just end off with like a random food, like I don't know, like lemon or something. Yeah, lemon.